How are you feeling?
Back in the hospital again. Was it the fourth time? Or was it the fifth time?
I've definitely lost track. Let's see, we got back from LA and you went into the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Mother's Day or Father's Day, whichever day that was.
Mother's Day was
it
the day before. No, it was the day after my birthday. I went into the hospital again on May 13th, the day after my birthday.
So that was Mother's Day.
2 days after Mother's Day.
And that was when you went to North Side, right?
North Fulton.
North Fulton. And you stayed in the hospital for 3 or 4 days there.
3 days.
And then the next time you went back to the hospital, it was here at DeKalb.
Yeah.
And
The first time, where was it? Oh, the first time was Emory.
Emory.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth time was just a few weeks ago when you went to Grady.
Yeah, Grady.
Mm-hmm.
And then now here I'm back at DeKalb. Mm-hmm.
So 5 times.
Yeah, the first diagnosis was multiple sclerosis because when the MRI came back, the neurologist said that I have a lot of white lesions on my brain, which indicated multiple sclerosis. So they decided that that's what it was, and so they gave me they put me on high dose IV antibiotics for 3 days.
And steroids too, right?
Sorry, high dose IV steroids for 3 days. Yeah, not antibiotics. Yeah, those steroids really screwed me up. I think those steroids are still affecting me.
And they did the MRIs with contrast.
Yeah, the MRIs with contrast of my brain. That's how I saw the white lesions. And then they did an MRI of my spine. And then they gave me a spinal tap. They stuck a needle in the bottom of my spine to see if I had MS, and it came back negative. But still, it's been, we're going on 3 months now since I first had the first attack, and still haven't gotten better. So 3 months is kind of a long time to be sick with something. So I just.
Well, then they thought it was what was it?
Then they thought it was an inner ear thing.
Yeah, what was it called? Vestibular neuritis.
Because I was dizzy and had vertigo. They thought it was this thing called vestibular neuritis.
And so they said that you would be better probably by June 15th, and you just have to wait it out.
Yeah, and it never got better.
And
then they finally tested me for vestibular neuritis, and that came back negative. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not what was causing my dizziness and vertigo, or nausea, or any of the rest of that stuff.
And so then you started going to see some holistic doctors.
Yeah.
And they saw a lot of inflammation.
One of the other neurologists said that it might have been a vasovagal thing, which is a sympathetic nervous system response, like where I guess you get up sometimes too fast and your heart doesn't beat fast enough and your blood pressure's too low and you can black out, pass out, faint, something like that. I don't know, something like that.
That's when we came here the first time because you thought possibly you were having a stroke.
Yeah.
And you went through all the stroke protocol here.
Yeah, and that's when they did an MRI of my neck to check my carotid arteries, and that came back negative. They said that my carotid arteries were clear. And so I started seeing some holistic doctors that specialize in certain things. And they did these thermographic reports on my body, which shows all the heat in your body, where it's at. And usually when they say in thermographic reports that when heat is in a certain part of the body, that's because there's something going on there, something not good, like disease, cancer, or whatever. So the thermographic report showed that I have really bad inflammation in quite a few areas of my body. My sinuses, my neck, my lymph nodes, which are under here, my stomach, and my colon. then I went to quite a few naturopath doctors, and that work with medical doctors as well, so they work in conjunction with each other. So I just got tested for Lyme disease on Monday, I got tested a couple weeks ago, and the results came back on Monday, and it came back, so it's the standard Lyme test, which is not accurate at all. It's called the ELISA and Western blot test, and it's a standard Lyme test that the CDC and mainstream medicine uses. And the results that came back, there's 3 bands on it, and the results that came back is 2 of the bands came back negative, and 1 of the bands came back positive. And so what that means, what the doctor told me, he's a Lyme specialist, he said that means that 99% I have Lyme disease. He says that these tests rarely come back as false positives, but they come back as false negatives a lot. But he did say that if I were to walk out to a regular doctor and give that test result to the CDC, or a regular doctor with no knowledge or with not a lot of knowledge of Lyme disease, they would look at me and think I'm a complete idiot, because they'd say, you don't have Lyme disease, look at the test results. But this specialist says that that's not the case. So he ordered the more in-depth test on Monday, a very, very expensive blood test that will test for every single strain of Lyme disease. He's fairly certain that that's going to all come back positive. So that's where we're at right now, and he said that I have all the signs of someone with chronic Lyme disease. And he's been working with Lyme patients for over 20 years. So yeah, that's it. That's where we are right now. I say a lot. I just realized that right now.
Try and say, you know what I'm saying.
That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. That'll be a lot more hipper.
Goose.
What do we got there, Randa?
Water, pain, toilet.
Oh, there's the toilet. I hope that's not the water.
Oh.
And there's the pain.
Oh no.